on the screen. Now we are here.
Wow.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Even good.
Even good.
Good picture.
Did you see? Oh, the picture's great. That's a beautiful picture. Look at that. Okay.
That's good. It makes it more better.
The more better makes it more better.
We're gonna do a show one day.
I do this on purpose.
Today's not the day, though.
All right. Is the chat on or is it on private chat?
What? I'm over here.
Okay.
Is somebody look?
Well, you know it's a delay. So. All right, you guys. Welcome. Thank you for coming back to the podcast. Excuse me, the podcast you all know and love called ReallyB. And we are here today. I have my lovely co-host, Ace, Mink.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, Philo. How you doing, boo? You're here? Okay, good. You know, we have you see we got the new camera. How's the picture?
They don't see that.
Well, they can see the picture. I'm asking about. Hey, Miss Creole, I haven't seen you in so long. Hey, Brianna, how you doing? How's the picture looking, guys? We have some new equipment, you know. Faith and hooked us up with some new equipment. Tell me how y'all like the is it a better picture? How's the picture looking, y'all? Let us know.
Okay.
Why you laughing?
Little baby.
Little baby.
Little baby.
So we're here today. We're going to hit a few things. We're going to talk about some topics, you know.
Word? It's blurry?
It's a bit blurry.
It's a bit blurry. Oh no, wait a minute. Okay, we gotta fix some things.
Like it's crispy on my
It's
side.
choppy.
Choppy?
It's blurry on my end.
Hold on. Let's see what we got working here.
Oh yeah.
Let me see.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Let me find
How's the sound? You see it?
let me find out stream. I can't keep up with the resolution.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is kind of blurry. And ooh, that's bad.
Like we in the Matrix.
Yeah, that's stupid. Okay, so should we undo the camera or what?
So switch it on low.
Yeah.
Just switch it on the okay.
Okay, so bear with us for one moment.
Should
We'll
I?
try to get
Some
a better
technical-
view of us.
Yeah, some technical difficulties. The sound is good. Okay, the sound is good. It's just the picture's a little crazy. Okay. All right. Well, we're working. You know, we have our engineers working on that right now.
Let's see what we can do.
Put it on low.
Change the definition.
All right. Let's see if that works, you guys.
Yeah, it looks better.
Yeah, it looks better. Okay. That's better, everybody.
You like this better?
Can you see us better?
Okay. Yeah, all right, cool. I gotta upgrade the whole computer.
Got to upgrade the whole computer. We'll get to the upgrade later.
I was just saying.
We'll upgrade later. what we got. All right, you guys. So thank you guys for coming through. Welcome. Much better. Okay, good. Great. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Welcome. Been a couple of weeks. You know, we're trying to get more consistent. We always say that. We're working on it. But however, what's been going on in your world? I think we missed Valentine's Day. Because
we all had.
Yeah, well, y'all had.
Wow.
I didn't have no. What did you do for wifey for Valentine's Day?
We actually just watched a movie at home.
Had a little Netflix and chill.
We can go with Apple TV, but sure. Yeah,
A little Apple TV and chill.
Same difference.
All right.
The high quality.
Did you cook for them?
We
Y'all ordered it. Y'all Postmates.
So we didn't even get that far. We was like, "Who are the kids going?"
It was just a nice evening without
It
the
was
kids.
like, "How the kids going? Let's watch this movie." And it was like, "All right, and nap." It was like, "Ooh, all right."
Right. Like, woo.
Ain't no noise in here.
Right. Ain't nobody knocking on the door. Mommy.
I don't gotta wake nobody up in the morning. Go nowhere.
Okay.
Whatever. That was our Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that. What about you? What Angry Man had going on for Valentine's Day?
We had nothing, and surprisingly, because Valentine's Day we have been together for 25 years. So
Man, I don't need that clothes around there.
Anyway.
well, no, we went to work. I don't remember. Be sure with you. I don't remember. But we said.
I mean, y'all are not big Valentine's Day people. They don't really do the whole,
Yeah, so
they don't even know when to celebrate, whether they married. We don't even know if they married. Oh, y'all really married?
I think so.
Okay.
I think.
By the state of where?
Yeah.
Wakanda.
Well, Grace say Zamunda. I was gonna say Zamunda.
From Chicago.
Okay, Chi-Town in his house.
Hey, don't bring that cold. Don't say that cold weather here.
Yeah, it's cold.
I mean, it's kind of here.
I'm about to say it's cold.
At least it's breathing on us.
Can I get a snow day? Can I get one?
You might get one in April. The right week. And then it'll be there doing spring break or something. You know how that is. You know how it is.
Don't do that. Don't screw with my spring break now.
Can this podcast also be heard on Spotify and Stitcher? Can it?
What is that? It's not on Spotify. It is on, what's that say?
Stitcher.
I don't know what Stitcher is. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play. We're on Spreaker. That's where you can hear the podcast. You can hear it on iTunes. You can hear it on Google Play, and then you can hear it on Spreaker. I haven't thought about. I'm gonna look into Spotify. I'm gonna look into that. I know more and more people are using Spotify. I'm gonna look into Spotify. But the answer to that as of right now is no. But I will do research on getting us on. It's really not hard once you have one. Like it was really easy.
Chicago freezing out the virus.
That's what we need to do. But once we were on iTunes, it was really easy for Google Play. So Spotify probably isn't going to be hard. I have to look into it though. Okay. I'll look into it.
Well, since y'all brought it up,
right.
Moving right along.
The coronavirus.
Okay, we're blurry again.
I saw.
I don't know what's going on, y'all. We're working with it. We got some new equipment, so we're working on it, y'all. But it looks like it's blurry again.
I think y'all are sticking with us through it.
Yeah. Well, the coronavirus. What about it?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this for those who don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. No.
Well,
Just because you can't imagine it does not mean it is not true or is not happening. However, my issue is this. They started talking about it, and it's the place they originally said that they just started a little restaurant or market or whatever it was. I saw a couple of weeks ago where they had shut the whole market down for the whole street, like a damn ghost town. I'm trying to tell you, this is how the zombie apocalypse starts. When they start burning bodies, that's all I'm going to say. So I just want it on record. That's all I'm going to say.
That is how like 3 movies started though.
I'm just saying. But I definitely need,
we're buffering now. We're having some issues today, y'all. Okay. It's back now, but it was buffering a second ago.
But I definitely want to say, I see a lot of people that are like, oh, it's, more people die from the flu. I don't give a shit.
It is the flu.
Thank you. I don't care what name it is. It's still, be careful out here. Wash your hands. Oh my gosh. Public service announcement. If your ass is not feeling well, and your ass is, you got to, this
not just your ass, your entire body.
Guys, can you please stay the fuck home? This is how stuff like this get started. Because everybody wants to come to work and cough on people and sneeze on people. And before you know it, 15 damn people are infected. Stay home. Nobody needs you or your germs that work that bad.
I had to buy a case of Lysol for the office.
See, it's like stay home. Like, that's the fuck you get sick. Sick leave is not for you to go to your boo's house for the weekend.
I mean, it can be.
I'm just saying, this is when you really need it. This is when you really need to call it, the phone it in. Stay your corona ass at home.
And yes, Des, keep your kids at home too. Exactly. They said that, people wearing masks, because I was about to buy me a mask, I ain't even gonna lie. But they said that what's more effective is just washing your damn hands. Can you do that?
How about the spread of this virus goes to tell how nasty motherfuckers really are? Because they're not washing their goddamn hands.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah, I mean, they said something as simple as just washing your hands, which you should be doing anyway.
And vampire when you cough, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Do the vampire.
Can I get it? Can we
dab on it?
Right. Dab on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they were saying that the biggest problem, well, when I say they, I'm talking about me. China lied in the beginning. And so what one of the bigger problems is we don't know what we're really dealing with because China wasn't honest with the rest of the world. And so it's hard to address something when you don't know the full scope of what it is you have to address. And so China, I kind of blame China for some of this as far as the spread, because, they're such a communist and they're a closed country and they don't ever want to be seen as being weak or anything like that. They didn't tell anybody what was going on. And so it's crazy. Because now, Meek was just saying they're talking about canceling the Olympics. It's affected the stock market. The stock market has been going down all week.
Here's the thing, it's all that bugs me. Because it was like, all right, when the case broke in China, and then all of a sudden it came like there was how many people may have actually died in China because of the virus, and I'm the only one in the room looking at everybody like, and. It's down to 2 billion people in China. This was a few people kicked out in the rural area. It's like I'm like epidemic.
You don't fuck with me.
Like I'm not on epidemic this yet. It's like it's a concern, but
So basically, what you're saying is this is a little bit of population control. Is that what?
I'm just saying, like when the cure is the prevention of the sickness is wash your hands and stay home if you're sick. Take some real testing.
Not testing. Testing fix everything.
I don't see it like ain't nobody's out looking for like the super vaccine to cure this. It's just like hey, they all go away if you just stop being nasty.
Well, there's that.
That's what I'm saying. You remember the same thing happened with the whole what was that? That was
swine flu?
Yeah, that's supposed to come and kill everybody. The swine flu, but then it was like it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible sickness, and you know what? The way you can get about it is
now Ms. Creel has a theory. She said she think they injected people on purpose to see like how it. So do you think it was an experiment that went wrong, or do you think they're purposely trying to spread an epidemic? Like, do you think that they were just trying to? They were supposed to just keep it within a small group and that spread out of that group, or they meant for this to happen?
I think every damn thing that goes wrong is like an experiment that goes wrong, but that's just. However,
like
I can see where it could have been some type of bioweapon, where it kind of outbreak type of situation.
Do you know the virus has been around since ever? This is.
So then, what's making it different? If this is something that has already existed, why is it becoming so contagious? Like, what is it?
The coronavirus itself already exists. It's just a different strain.
Oh, that's what it is. Just a different strain.
It's just different. It's like just like there's a different. That's why you gotta get a flu shot every year.
Yeah, it's different. I don't get no flu shot. I don't do that.
I'm just
But I'm telling you right now, I just think all that shit is a black plague reinventing itself every damn year. Because like they say, viruses never go away. They're always there. They're always, like they say, if you ever had the chicken pox, the virus of the chicken pox never leaves your body. So that's
but a lot of people don't realize that the chicken pox is a form of herpes. So when people like, oh, you got the herpes, she got cold sore. If you've had the chicken pox, you carry the herpes virus. Like it's just that you didn't get it through a sexually transmitted way. It's a different strand, but it's still under the umbrella. Shingles comes from, so
it comes by.
We're not really like curing stuff anymore.
No, we're not.
We had it for a long time.
We're managing stuff.
No, we give you a vaccine. And I didn't think we even got away from that, have we? We get a vaccine, and the vaccine, now that we living longer.
I saw a meme the other day. It was like people stopped playing because there was a vaccine for the coronavirus. Half y'all wouldn't take it anyway.
I wouldn't.
And I'm like, do that.
I'm just like, you know what?
But you know what?
If I get sick, I deal with it. But I think I drink too much to catch a cold, so.
You said what?
I drink too much to catch a cold, so I'm not even,
Did he say he drinks too much?
Shit fermented. He got his own.
I ain't taking a sick day in almost 10 years. I'm good.
Not even like a mental health sick day?
That's no. I mean, for being sick. Not
okay. I'm about to say. Man, I don't get sick.
I take off.
Knock on wood, I don't get sick a lot, but honey, I will take me a mental health day.
I think I've taken my mental health day than actual sick days.
Ms. Creel said, I'm a big conspiracy theorist. First it was the swine flu, then Zika virus, and mumps are making a comeback. They had an outbreak. The mumps are making a comeback because people aren't vaccinating their kids. Right. Yeah, that's why.
That's why there's more cases.
Right, that's why a lot of the mumps and something else, the whooping cough, and because people aren't vaccinating their damn kids. we had that conversation on the Teacher Project channel when we were talking about vaccinations and what you are mandated to do by law and all of that good stuff.
Now, I do think like, you know, we're all, my family, we're vaccinated. We're a vaccination family. You know, measles, mumps, rubella, whatever, we're a vaccination family. Well, what I won't do is the HPV vaccination because I told my daughter's pediatrician.
I remember that. Dude. Remember the Ebola virus? Remember the Ebola virus gonna come here and kill everybody?
I remember Ebola because that's when I went to Africa and I had to get all these extra like shots and they asked me all these questions and because I went to Africa, but it was in West Africa. I was going to East Africa, so I was like, I'm not going to that side. It's a continent.
No, you went to the country of Africa.
No,
Africa
right.
It's big, and you know that's all that happens there. You can walk from one side of Africa to the other. You didn't know?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know.
Barefoot.
But it's a matter of like I think all this right now because it's something else to report.
Yeah,
it's just something else to report. Because you remember the Zika virus disappeared right after the Olympics.
It did.
Right after the Olympics, there wasn't. Did they kill all the mosquitoes in South America? Because
it did.
There wasn't that nail one news report.
It did. I didn't think about that until just now.
Matter of fact, the Olympics wasn't over. I think the what's that? After Michael Phelps won, like
Michael Phelps made it go away.
The Zika virus
went so fast.
The Zika virus did.
Him and Simone Biles, it just knocked it on out.
Right. Done.
Well, I know. So. My neighbor, I was talking to my neighbor on my way when I was walking out, and she was supposed to be going to Italy, and she had to cancel her trip because where they were going in Italy was like a health whatever, and so she had to cancel her trip. I was supposed to be going to Greece this summer. I'm glad that it ended up getting canceled because I probably wouldn't be going. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie.
Italy. There was the Pope got sick. After visiting folks, I guess that may have been
the Pope got sick.
Yeah, I'm watching I was looking at all the photos in the video that they had of him visiting the people that were sick. I'm like, nobody thought to put a mask and gloves on the Pope though. Nobody thought to.
Jesus got him.
Apparently not.
Right, not too tight.
Oh, he's sick.
Yeah.
The Pope got the corona.
I mean, they don't know that he just got sick. Like you visiting sick people,
the Pope got
supposedly have symptoms of the virus, but nobody.
He got that.
I saw a picture of
nobody put gloves on the man. Like all y'all standing around with gloves and masks.
But you know what though? Knowing the Pope the way I do, they probably told him to put them on, and he was like, "No, these are my people."
Yeah.
I came on the CDC shoot. Let's just
got an incense.
Right. I had spray bottles with holy waters.
Hey, Blessed Walk-ins. Hey, ReallyB. Anybody else? Hey, Belize. Anybody else come in while we were talking, running our mouth? I think I got everybody. If I didn't get you, you can drop down in the comments and I'll speak.
Yeah, right. He didn't have fast. See, everybody saw.
They canceled the marathon in Tokyo already? Wow.
And it was some pilgrimage, some Saudi Arabian pilgrimage, something they said they canceled as well. So lots of them getting canceled.
Yeah.
Miss Creel, that's a good question. And I honestly would have to do
Holy Clorox.
Little baby and do it. That's a good question. And I honestly don't know the answer to that question. I think they probably did, but they didn't know they had the option.
No,
and I think
it wasn't an option.
There was an option.
It was not an option.
So then what laws have changed that now you have an option?
It wasn't a law.
You still can't go to school.
They basically now wherever they're doing it now, they basically
what they're doing is they're homeschooling their kids. They could you cannot come to school without your vaccinations. You can't, not public school, but you can be homeschooled.
But it's like, all right.
Without parents, really
I think they were really not.
Yeah, there are a lot more options for homeschooling. They have online programs. They have like curriculum that's written.
Well, they must have started pulling them out because at first it was like I'm not. It was a whole big thing. Like I'm sending my kids to school. They don't need vaccines. Blah blah whatever. And it was a whole thing.
They sent them back. That's not legal.
It went to Supreme Court.
Well, they lost because it's still not legal. If they went to the Supreme Court, they lost.
So it was kind of like
I'm telling you now, your kids come to school without the vaccination, they're being sent home.
You can't even register kids.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You can't. That's why you have to go to homeschool.
And I know down here where I'm at, they want not medical information, but they do want certain stuff before, like when your kids transition from say 5th to 6th grade, when they're transitioning from school to school, they want certain information, and every once in a while they may flag you for updated information.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
'cause
like I said, we were talking about that last week, and absolutely.
Because it was one, I forget what she missed before the start of school. It was like, yeah, but looked up.
Yeah, you have like they give you a window. They say you got 10 days to get it done. If they don't have it done, I mean,
last two,
they will, because we get an email from the nurse saying these kids have not been cleared. If they come to class, send them to the health suite, and then they'll send out a follow up saying these kids have been cleared. And you at the beginning of the school year, they go through all of that, and then if you go past that time frame, the kids, they sending them home.
It was like, don't bring her back.
And what I notice this, I understand people's fear to not vaccinate. I really do, especially when they were linking it to autism. You know, so they
have a school. She said they have a bus down. Miss Creel lives down in the Boot area, and she said they have a vaccination bus, and the parents just sign a permission slip and they do it. Wow.
Yeah. Because you know what?
Look at that.
I have seen online the back of a Lysol can.
So then my question is the same, and I'm starting to go with Miss Creel on this one. So then, why all of a sudden now is it this epidemic? Like what
else to talk about now?
It's not. I think it's the fact that it's never struck with this type of vengeance, with this type of many people in this small amount of time. Like you were saying, China held it in for so long and not saying what was really going on, as opposed to letting it out. Because again, every year we go through flus, we go through this.
Right. There's a whole whatever.
But the part is, I think because they held it so tight knit, we weren't able to get ahead of it or try to get to it the way we normally do every year during flu season.
Because there was a whole I should have said it. I should have known we was going to talk about this. But some of the pandemic, whatever, global stuff that Obama put up, your boy feel like a lot of them down.
Of course
he did, because he's an idiot.
So it's kind of like, all right, well, like the controls that were in place now aren't.
And it is.
I know that's right, Miss Bless. Get that Lysol, Miss Bless. I know that's right.
But the thing, it really is as basic as any germ. Wash your hands.
But hearing from like people that are like nurses, I'll trust nurses because they don't have sponsors. They just, they're not at the doctors. They okay, we need to push this or push that. They actually, working.
Jesus.
But they was like, look, the people that are most likely to like die, they're like most people are already at risk for disease, like older, immune deficiencies,
right?
Infants. Like you're like the average person. I mean, they don't get sick just like the flu. Now, if they get past that, obviously they're not, just go to the doctor and stay home. Like, take your medicine and stay home.
Well, as we were sitting here talking, I just got an alert from CNN that we just had the first death in the United States from the coronavirus.
Somebody just posted a little. Ouch. Was it the lady who died? The lady who they were saying that they don't know how she contracted it? The one that was in California? Is that the person who died?
Don't buy your dare at the fish market?
Oh.
Okay.
For the artist said, all I know is that Hollywood better not make it. They're gonna make it.
Okay,
it's in production.
The movie, I'm gonna say they are already in pre-production. It has already got the green light.
Outbreak 2.
No,
right.
Or Contagion 2.
I'm not even gonna lie though. Have y'all seen Contagion?
No.
Contagion is a good movie, and it kind of speaks to how this is, because how they say that this started in the market because an animal shitting something. That's basically what Contagion is about. It's about.
Ironically, it was a bat.
Yes, a bat stole some food, flew over a restaurant, open air market, where they had the animals in the back of the restaurant. The bat, some animal died of disease. The bat went, ate from or off the animal or something, flew over to where the restaurant's market was, shit down in the pig's food. The chef turns around and kills that pig, and then brings it to a restaurant and cooks the pig. And then turns around and what's the lady name? The ladies in the movie. She liked her dinner so well. She had the chef to come out and say hi to her. He came out in his blood-stained apron and hugged her. Yeah. And then she hopped on the plane and went back home.
Yeah.
And that's how quickly it spread. That's how quickly it went through and it spread.
Kind of like the red plague with the rats.
Yes. So it's
I mean, the black plate. I said the red plate, the black plate.
Like, wow.
but
Shut up.
New plate next to the white plate.
Right, white plate. Why can we need to have a white plate? Why had to be black?
We do have a white plate. It's called.
Shut up. Just be quiet.
I guess it's coming. Yeah, I know it's coming.
It definitely.
It'll be on Netflix first.
I'm trying to tell you, gonna be in it.
Right, it'll be on Netflix.
Should be on Netflix first.
Is on the game for real.
Yes, they are. Netflix is killing it. So, and somebody said this earlier in the chat. Is it ignorant for us to say, okay, you shouldn't go get your nails done?
I ain't got my eyebrows done in like 4 weeks.
Because again, people come because a lot of times I'm not speaking out of turn. I know where I get my nails done. They go home. And they go home for like a month at a time, and then they come back. So, I mean, is that ignorant to feel like you need to be careful? You know, they already said that this is slowing down the production of the iPhone 12. Because, you know, that's where they make the phone over. And they said that the iPhone 12 is going to be late now. Not that I give a damn, because I wasn't buying a new one. But they said it's going to be, you're not even part of Apple. We're Apple people. You're the other people.
Y'all keep y'all fruity phones.
Hey, whatever.
I like my phone.
I love my Android.
The 14 and 15 be out by the time I get it.
Right, okay, because I just bought this one and I have no plans of getting a new phone. None. Okay, well, y'all, it's just be careful, y'all. Wash your hands, take the precautions. I don't know if this is, like Ms. Creole was saying, I don't know if this is a government, inspired type situation, but neither here nor there. Just do what you can do.
I said the loose government.
Lysol everything down like Ms. Bless said. Ms. Bless said she gonna buy. Go on down to the Costco and get you a case of Lysol. The Lysol, you know what? I'm buying stock in Johnson & Johnson because Lysol about to go through the roof. Because the stock market is taking a hit. I bought some stock this week, and I'm just praying
get in while
it's good. But I didn't think about buying no Johnson & Johnson stock. I have to buy me some Johnson & Johnson. And now who make Lysol? You Googled it, my friend. Go to Google University. Is it Procter & Gamble?
I think so.
Oh, but then I'm gonna have to buy me some Procter & Gamble stock.
That's what Procter & Gamble back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What happened? What had happened?
Back in the day, if you look at the back of Procter & Gamble products, there's a circle with a crescent moon and stars.
Yeah.
And the owner said that he sold his soul to the devil in order to be profitable. This was like back in the 80s, and so for years.
But is the stock up or down? I don't know.
Bracket Ben Sicker is a company who does that.
That's the company who make Lysol?
Yeah.
Why did I think it was like a big company that owned Lysol?
Lysol came out in
What about Pine Sol?
1889.
1889. You mean a bigger company doesn't own Lysol?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Face mask prices are high now.
Face masks, people who make the face masks.
Their prices are high. Disinfectant wipes.
Bleach in the spray bottle. I don't know if I'm gonna spray people.
Just spray people in the face.
I don't know if I'm gonna be walking around spraying people with bleach.
Hey,
I don't think she would.
that's what times call for desperate measures.
I'm just
She
saying.
said just kidding. I don't think she was kidding.
Okay, she said just kidding, not kidding. Just joking, not joking.
Put a little peroxide there with a bleach, be all right.
Oh God, you really trying to kill people?
Actually, that would. Never mind.
If you're not in your 40,
we ain't about to do a chemistry lesson right now.
Please no.
But go ahead.
Stay on my 40 feet. Stay on my 40 inches.
Speaking of which, where'd you get this?
Girl, I be washing and conditioning.
Say this is natural.
That's
your natural curls.
This is pre-corona.
Pre-corona.
I'm just saying.
Damn it. The sweetest going right. All right. Shit.
I'm just saying. We all family, honey. We all in this together. All right. Well, have y'all been following this Snoop Dogg situation with Gayle King, and then he went on to the Red Table Talk to spill his guts to Jada Pinkett Smith and
Hey, Real T.
First of all, my question is this. Hey, what's up, Real T? Hey, boo. First of all, my question is this.
Sure.
Do you think Snoop was wrong for what he said about Gayle King? Let's start there. Look at me. Look.
Nah.
Do you think he was wrong for what he said?
No.
Now,
because I was thinking about because he jumped down. What you call it? The other broadcaster that was before.
Go ahead.
Broadcast. Nah, I mean, what? I forgot his name. It was like a couple years ago that he snapped on YouTube on something he let him live. But that's a cool. I'll let you live though. That was just Snoop. Like, all right. But yeah,
okay, this is the thing. I like Snoop because I think he's very passionate. Now I do think that he needs to learn as a public figure.
What's up, Jarvis?
He needs to learn how to control. He knows how to control his voice and what he says and how he says, because he does have a very loyal following on the street and on YouTube. Right. So he does have to choose his words right. I do, as a black man, and I'm pretty sure Snoop, has been profiled plenty times in his life. So I do understand his anger and frustration because it easily could have been him. Mm-hmm. But I understand his frustration. I understand him being in the middle of that and going on her like he did. Because as a public figure, Gayle has to be careful in what she says and how she does it, how she does things. You have to understand that you can't just simply say what you want to come back and go, oh, the network made me do it. Gayle King is well within her career where she can pick and choose the questions and word them a certain way. She didn't have to come at Lisa Leslie and come after Kobe and his family the way she did. I think all of it was a bunch of emotions, but I don't think he was wrong. But I do applaud him for apologizing in the way he said it.
Yeah,
I don't think his sentiment was wrong, but I do think his language went too far. Calling her some type of bitch. But then Snoop calls, but then you say, well, Snoop calls everybody a bitch. Everybody's been a bitch for 20 years as far as Snoop. But then the flip side of that is, it still doesn't make it right.
Right.
So for me, I was 100% with him. Like, I 100% agreed with what he was saying. Gayle, you were wrong. You were out of line, and it was inconsiderate and inappropriate. Yep. However, I think his language went too far. And I think his message got lost in the insult. You know what I'm saying? Like, had he not dropped the bitch on the end or whatever, his sentiment was on target. And I think most people agreed with what he was saying, but maybe think he went a little too far with the bitch thing.
And I think that was him honestly feeding into the hype of it. Because he was like, y'all, can I say it, y'all? Can I say it? Can I say it? Like, he was kind of egging on. People were egging him on. So I guess he got the okay. He just started dropping bitch bombs, like, everywhere. Right. So and Snoop got to protect that Martha Stewart money.
But that's all. That's
Snoop doing Dunkin' Donut commercials.
The only reason anybody said anything to him because he's hanging out with Martha Stewart now.
Yeah, he got to protect that because he making white people money. He got to protect that. He got to protect. You know what I'm saying? He has gone beyond sipping on gin and juice. You know what I mean?
He the new tax bracket.
Right. Right. Hey, what's up, Eddie? But yeah, so he definitely needs to protect.
So we talking about
Snoop. But then him going to Red Table Talk. Okay, so here's my thing about the Red Table Talk situation.
I haven't seen that.
I respect, Jada Pinkett, what she doing and all that good stuff. But Jada Pinkett is almost becoming the new Oprah. Like, when you mess up, you got to go on Oprah. Why did he have to go to the Red Table Talk and say anything? Like, I'm not understanding what.
I think he probably just chose a black platform.
I thought it was a joke at first. Like, he going on where?
I haven't seen
and
it.
For what?
I haven't, until you mentioned it earlier. I didn't think that he. I didn't know he had did that. I did hear that he was trying to publicly apologize. I didn't hear that he went on Red Table Talk.
Yeah, it dropped like, I want to say like Thursday, something like that. It's a real short interview. It's like 30 minutes. It's not long, but again, I feel like he made his apology. He said that he's been trying to contact Gayle through back channels so that they can have a private conversation, which I applaud that as well. But he made his apology. I didn't feel like he needed
there was nothing else to do.
Yeah, I didn't understand the whole tour.
It might be because
I think they had to come out of his publicist.
If he made the apology public from his page, she may have blocked him or something, didn't see it.
Yeah, because he said he inboxed her and he said he's been trying to, like, through mutual friends, trying to get in touch with her. But I'm sure that, I feel like Gayle will respond. But remember, Gayle has been getting a lot of hate. It wasn't just Snoop.
Yeah, she
it wasn't just Snoop. And I think she's kind of just off the grid right now. I think when she chooses to speak on it.
She angered the whole generation.
Yeah.
She angered everybody. I think she offended a lot, not just basketball fans, not just Kobe fans, but she just offended a lot of people because it was just the timing. Like, had she done that same thing 6 months from now, nobody would have had an issue with it. But the man wasn't even in the ground yet. Yeah. Because the reality is that is a chapter in his life. You can't get around it. It's a chapter in his life. Right. But in that moment, was it appropriate And that's, I think, what everybody's issue was. Had she done that same interview in 6 months, it wouldn't have gotten. Certain people would still have had an issue with it because you're gonna always have your diehard Kobe fans and all that. But most of it, like, I wouldn't have cared 6 months from now because I wasn't no big Kobe fan. I'm sorry, I'm definitely sorry about what happened to him, but I wasn't a Laker fan. I wasn't a Kobe fan, so I wouldn't have been mad about it in 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Miss Creo, Red Table Talk is a Facebook chat that Jada Pinkett, her mother, and her daughter does. Yeah. So it's not on any channel or anything like that.
It's on Facebook. If you
got Facebook Watch.
Yeah, if you got Facebook Watch.
I can think everything. Yes. You just go in there and find it. And you probably you'll search in Facebook for Red Table Talk and I'm sure it'll pop up. That's how I found it. I just go in and do a search for Red Table Talk. And she's done some great shows. Like, I've enjoyed some of her Red Table Talk, but it's coming to the point now where every time, not just black, but every time an entertainer, but definitely black entertainers make a faux pas, they got to take a trip. I mean, that's what T.I. did.
Get on Facebook.
Oh, she's not on Facebook. Oh, well, it's a Facebook show.
You don't subscribe to that channel. I got you.
Oh, but when T.I. made the comments about the gynecologist, he went to Red Table Talk. When Jordan Woods had the situation with the Kardashians, she went to the Red Table, which that kind of makes sense because she was a family friend and they were kind of defending her. But it just seems like that's like the go-to now. You mess up, go see Jada Pinkett. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't really see a problem with it for the simple fact of it.
I don't see Gail even getting an interview with Kobe if at all ever. Like for
and if she but you know what, Rochelle, if she had just asked the question and let it go, I don't think people would have had as big of a problem. The problem was she wouldn't let it go.
That's what I was trying to explain to Angry Man. I had the conversation. I was trying to explain to him. My issue wasn't she necessarily that she asked the question. It was you asked her 3 questions. Well, as his friend, do you think this, that, and the third? And when Leslie did not agree with her, Gail came back and said, well, as his friend, you wouldn't know. Well, I'm about to say.
But now you question him, right? You about to say it too. Now, see how easy it is. But now you questioning my integrity, right? But now you questioning my integrity because I gave you an answer, and my answer, and my answer isn't good enough,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You asked me the question, and I gave you the answer.
But how do you question me as his friend on his characteristics and his behavior? When I don't agree with you, then you tell me as that same friend, I don't know. So I don't know what the fuck you asked me for then. Right. That's the problem I had with the whole, and then like you said, you kept pushing it, and I'd be like, Gail, back the fuck up. Like, I done gave you the answer. And I've been doing, like,
Will you turn your head
see, it was the answer you didn't want.
Just because you got exactly.
Turn your head to the side.
Hey, Anita Dobbins, how you doing?
I'm like, Gail, back the fuck up. Like,
I'm gonna need you to,
Gail, Auntie Gail, I ain't Robert.
But she don't want to be auntie. She don't want to be auntie. She said they don't want her and Oprah. They don't call them auntie. Well,
Mrs. King and Mrs. Winfrey, y'all not welcome to call her then. Okay, so what else? I'm just saying.
Reading.
Because that to me is a black community thing. That's a sign of respect. I
didn't understand the issue with it either, but they say don't call them auntie. So you know what?
No, they're better than that.
Child. Well, look, we still got Auntie. Okay, so
Maxine.
Yes, it's Auntie Maxine.
I thought it was a term of endearment myself. I didn't see what the issue was.
Thank you. Yes, we got Auntie Cicely. Auntie Cicely.
Let me tell you something.
That girl.
Have y'all been looking at Cherish today?
Yes.
Look, it started off slow. I didn't like it at first, but I stuck with it. But that's Cicely Tyson. Oh, she's such a queen. Oh, she's such a queen. I love her.
We need. You know what? We need.
Right out of this one.
You know what? Miss Creole, not Gail's Easter Bunny looking.
You know what? We gonna be down low. But you know what, though? We need to get one of them little pharaoh beds that you had a man on the shoulders kind of carry and put Miss Tyson, put Auntie Cicely on and carry her to the grocery store, carry her down the steps. Wherever she need to go, we need to carry her. That's how. Like, I love me some Betty White, but I'm trying to tell you, Auntie Cicely.
Look, I love me some Betty White too, Auntie Cicely. So, okay. Got that. All right. We sort of in agreement about the whole Snoop.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I would like to. I applaud him for trying to reach out to her and apologize. Yeah. He has to accept that he may never ever get to apologize to her personally or in person. He may never get that chance.
You know what, Belisa? I taped the NAACP awards, but I have not looked at them yet. So I don't know why people. I don't know. I have to go back and look. I don't know why people had an issue with her speech. What did she say in her speech that was a problem?
I didn't even know this was came on.
Huh.
Rihanna probably was like, "Fuck y'all." So.
I mean, I don't know what Rihanna said. I have to go back and look, Belisa. I don't know what
Oprah
Rihanna
only
said.
wants to be called auntie in Africa because it means something there.
Because once again,
Girl said
Africa's a
auntie
country that's this
80 years old. Right.
well, bitch, you're knocking on 80. So.
But the thing about it is,
See, I called her. See, she made me call her.
See, she brings it out in you. She brings it out of you. But my thing is,
we all know to call things as we see it.
My nieces and nephews call me auntie, so what I supposed to say? Don't call me that.
Now, what you on that one, Rochelle? When is Gil? When is Gil gonna apologize? Because I think she owes the Bryant family an apology. When is she gonna apologize?
Because she probably feels like she doesn't have to. I think she owes.
Well, she tried to blame the network.
Yep, immediately.
You're right.
She's like,
She said they threw her under the bus. Because my thing is, that's just like when people do reality shows and they say, "Oh, it's the way they edit it," but you had to say it.
You had to be on there to do it.
Somehow or another, they only edit what you give them. So right. They may have shown that clip because it was the most salacious clip, but you asked the question.
Right, exactly. I think she owes Lisa an apology.
And a repeat question.
And a repeat question.
Right.
Yeah, she has all the questions.
All right, you guys. So let's switch gears a little bit. We're gonna talk a little politicky, a lot of politricky. So we're starting to get we're in primary season, you guys. We are at a point where the candidates are dwindling. We started with 5,000. I think we're down to about 9.
We did.
Who's left?
Let's talk about it.
I zoned all the way up.
We have Uncle Joe.
I bet he don't have no problem with us calling him Uncle.
Right. We have Bernie Sanders.
Bernie.
We have
Buttigieg.
Warren.
They're gonna get a nickname.
Warren. What's up for Elizabeth Warren?
Elizabeth Warren. We have Klobuchar. Stair, who I don't know.
Yeah.
And Gabbard.
And we have Bloomberg.
So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're down to 8. That's a pretty good. So, and I'm not asking anybody to tell me who they're voting for. That's not what I'm asking. But now that certain options are gone, are you kind of clear? You have a clear path as to which way you're going with this.
No,
none of my options.
I know where I'm not going.
None of my options I started with are in the race any longer. So that's one. 2, the ones that we do have, I do have one that I like, but I'm not sure who I would necessarily pull if I had to vote today.
Right.
Who I would pull to. But I would say this in all honesty, no matter who is there, I'm with you, Face, that I know who I'm not voting for.
Okay.
But the thing about it is, let's not have a repeat of 2016.
Yes.
Regardless of who we get on the Democratic ticket, if Trump is not who you want, again, vote for that person. I don't give a fuck if it's Donald Duck, Pluto, Bozo the Clown. Well, we got Bozo, so that would be redundant.
I know, so we got Bozo.
But it would be vote to get him out. You know, we can work with and work on, because that's been 2 years from now when we do our midterm elections. That's who you would make that person work for you.
And don't forget that the people from Mitch McConnell's state, the people from Leslie Graham's state, they're up for re-election as well. Because it's not just Trump. Because if Mitch McConnell had done his job as the head of the Senate, Donald Trump wouldn't be here anymore. How do you sit here and say to me, well, I think he's guilty, but I don't think it rises to the level of impeachment? Then guilty is guilty.
Right.
He's being charged with. That's like saying, well, I think she did rob that bank, but I don't think it raises to the level of armed robbery. But she robbed the bank with a gun.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Well, Ms. Priya, I don't know if it's true that Biden is picking Kamala Harris.
That's the rumor.
That's the internet rumor.
But she's not going. Nobody's picking anybody until they get closer. Like too soon.
Yeah, I heard that too, and I think it is far too soon to pick a running mate.
Here's my thing. Going back to 2016, whoever does end up being a front runner, I feel like the Democrats as a party, like those that are actually already
right
in the position, Get your shit together, man.
Yeah.
As a whole.
Absolutely.
I mean, get over. You ain't win. Cool, but get. I mean,
right. Like get over. Like we all wrong. Get over. You didn't win.
Like, fuck it off.
But you know,
the person you supported didn't win. Get the fuck over.
Your 15 minutes is over.
But I had to
move on.
I had to tell people this. The 2016 election was this. You go to a restaurant and they ask you, what do you want for dinner? Chicken or steak? And you're saying, I want fish. Fish was not your option. It was chicken or steak. And you sat there and you waited till the fucking restaurant closed and then go, oh, well, I'll have chicken. Fish or steak won. We're done. You can't come back again. And it's like everybody gets fucking steak because you didn't have what you wanted. You didn't want to vote. And I tell everybody, you not voting was a vote for Trump.
Absolutely.
Because believe me, they came out in droves to vote for his ignorant racist pussy ass. They did it without remorse, without recourse. They did it.
She's so mad to put those words together. It's
she's such a linguist.
No, right?
The way she puts the words together. But right now, so primary season has started.
Supposed to go together. And
where we are right now, Bernie Sanders has the most delegates right now. He has 45. And Texas Buttigieg, he has 25. Then we have Biden with 15, Elizabeth Warren with 8, and Klobuchar with 7. I don't know why y'all work with us. So what I'm going to urge and just continue to urge is when it is primary, you guys, it is important when it comes to your state, when it's your turn, please vote. Because like Mink just said, you don't get to play Monday morning quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that there's still a lot of people in the race, and I understand that we don't have any perfect options. Like, none of these people are perfect options for me. But, you know, in this wonderful new world of technology, they have this great thing called Google, right?
What?
This new invention called Google. And what you can do, type these people's name in, hit enter, and read everything you want to know. I urge you to make sure you're reading legit websites. I will urge you to do that. But at the end of the day, the information is out there for you to make an educated decision. I get it that it's still 8 people running. And again,
you can pick up a newspaper.
There's still mail.
Right. I
only use newspaper when it's time to eat crabs. Can I get that, amen? All right. So Sorry that I decided, but yeah. So I mean, I urge you guys to definitely go out here and vote. Now, again, if I had to vote today, what is our primary?
Let me see.
I might get Google.
That new invention.
I mean, I don't know the date, but I know I'm gonna be there when the day get here.
Are we? All right.
April 28th.
Okay, so what's coming up? April 28th. So I definitely will be there voting. But make sure, I don't know what's going on with our connection today, you guys.
It's gonna be a pause.
We've used this internet a million times. I don't know what's going on today.
It's gonna be a pause for a quick second.
Okay, pause for the cause.
Hey,
let's just
gonna party like it's the pause.
Switch cameras.
Like it's the party.
You think that's gonna work? Oh, what'd you do? You went back to the regular camera?
Yep.
Okay, guys, we just went back to the regular camera. We'll see.
See if that works.
Yeah.
See if we can.
Because it might just be the connection. I don't know. So click out.
Turn them off.
Turn them off. All right, you guys. Ooh, that was darker.
See?
I think I'd rather have the light.
Yeah, because the picture.
They can't see our beautiful faces.
Roll that beautiful lean footage.
Oh, is that the same dog that dog died?
Did the dog die?
I think there's more than one dog.
I think the dog died. But you know, they usually do have more than one. Like,
yeah,
like when they have babies, they have like twins. Like
yeah.
Yeah, we're so dark now.
Oh, right.
You guys, we're working with it. We have some new technology, so we're gonna work. Bear with us with our new technology.
And I'm gonna just. All right. Wait.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, that's better.
But now, no, it's not. Look.
We just switched devices. I'm gonna tell you a second. Is
that what it is?
We was lagged anyway.
All right, y'all.
One of the dogs did pass away.
Did you find out on that wonderful Google?
Yeah, one of the dogs, his name was Sam.
Right,
He died in 2018.
She said that ain't nothing but the devil.
Not Jesus being Sam. Oh, Miss Creole.
Miss Creole, you said you don't understand it all like primaries. Well, see, okay, so here's the thing. Let me break it down a little bit for you guys. Because we are in a democracy, if you meet the criteria to run for president, you can run for president. And so the primary is a way to dwindle down
35 and a citizen.
Right. So the primaries is a way to dwindle that down. And so what happens is, especially in this world now, you need the money and you need this and you need that. So each state gets to vote through a primary. Some have caucuses. It gets a little more complicated. But essentially, it's a way to narrow everybody down. And for every caucus or primary that you win, you get a certain number of delegates. And once you have the majority of the, I'll give you a simple breakdown. But once you have the majority of the delegates, then at the convention this summer is when you will officially be nominated. And so, like in the last election, with Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, there was a thing about the delegates, and will he cede his delegates to her, or will he get to the convention and contest it? You know what I mean? Like, there's a whole process. But the purpose of the primaries is to vote. And so, you know, you down in Louisiana, if Bernie Sanders wins Louisiana, like, you vote on one of those 8 candidates I just named. So if Bernie Sanders, we're frozen. I don't know what's going on, you guys. But you can hear us, so we're going to work on it. I don't know. We might need to go back to the other camera because I feel like it's better. The more better makes it more better. I don't know.
That's what we're going to do. All right. As I'm here.
Go back to low resolution.
It's not going to change. You feel like I'm getting smart too? But you're a teacher.
What that mean?
All right, you smartest person in the room.
I wouldn't say that.
Now, I would say this also, Ms. Creole, as far as the primaries go, some states, I will say, correct me if I'm wrong, a vast majority of states have closed primaries. Some of them do have open.
Right.
So you have to register with the party to vote in your primary.
Yeah.
So if you're like in the state of Maryland, if you're a Democrat, you can only vote for candidates on a Democratic ballot during the primary.
Right.
And then when the general election, you actually picking who's going to go into the office, you can vote for either side. There are some states who have what's called open primaries. You can vote for whoever's on the ticket. But not every state does. So you have to check with your own state as far as a primary voting rule.
Because honestly, that's the only reason why I'm a registered independent is because in DC, it's a closed primary. And in DC, the Democratic Party rules. So if you are not running on the Democrat, like if I don't get the vote in the primary, my vote pretty much is taken from me. Because pretty much the Democrat is going to win.
Right.
At least, you know, now with gentrification in another couple of years, that might not be the case. But right now, it's Democrats going to win. Like, whatever it is, whatever it is. So, yeah, the primaries are important, you guys, because it helps to narrow it down. And the more people, the more delegates that you gain, that's how you get the nomination. So when they get to the convention in this summer, it's just a formality of naming the official nominee for that party. So that's why the Republicans have a convention, the Democrats have a convention, the Green Party, all the other parties have conventions too. They're just not as popular, so they don't get the same coverage.
The ratings aren't high enough.
Right. So like the Green Party has a convention to nominate who they're going to have. So they do all of that as well. But it's about the delegates. It's about gaining, my foot is falling asleep. It's about gaining the right amount of, so that's why I was reading the delegate count. So right now, Bernie Sanders is in the lead. That doesn't mean anything because primary season just started. Super Tuesday, which is in 2 weeks, I think. Super Tuesday, where something like 12 states vote all on the same day. Again, Google University, my producer over here.
Genius.
She's genius.
Actually, Super Tuesday is Tuesday. It's March 3rd.
Is this Tuesday?
I thought that's what I thought. But
Shut the front door.
Front door is shut.
Oh,
It is
man.
Tuesday.
So after Super Tuesday, it's gonna really. I think we're gonna probably see a couple of people drop out this week. Mm-hmm. So the numbers, I feel like, within the next 2 weeks, the numbers are gonna probably dwindle down to probably about 4 or 5. I feel like after Super Tuesday,
and the people who we don't know, like what's the guy? Steyer probably will be done. Maybe even
Klobuchar might be gone.
Might be. I've seen a few TV ads with her, so she kind of.
We're voting off the lower tier.
Yes, we're voting the lower tier. I mean, it's basically.
So how do we feel about Bloomberg?
I don't know the man personally. So when I say I don't like, it's not a personal thing. Politically, because
I don't like
him. If you look at his record, he was I believe he might have started as a Democrat. And then he switched to the Republican Party. Then he switched back.
He's going like damn.
Okay. And then he became an independent at one time. And then he jumped on the Republican Party. And when he didn't win the nomination of the Republican Party, he jumped to become a Democrat again. And that's where he is now. And I feel like he backpedaled all the racist shit he did when he was mayor in New York with the stop and frisk and all that other stuff.
Own up to it, bro.
Hold the presses. This motherfucker got a website that's like Bloomberg for Blacks or something, .com. Real for real, look this shit up. I heard on the radio. It's a website dedicated to, I guess, what he views as the Black issues. Yes. Yeah. And I'm sitting here like, first of all, fuck you. Because that's first and foremost, fuck you. Okay. Because how you gonna sit here and create a website just for Black people? What? You don't want your white constituents to see that you support Black people? Or what the hell? Why do you and why
it's online, it can't really hide it.
They ain't gonna go to it. Let's be for real.
His name's on it. What does it say?
It just says like Bloom Blacks or something.
Yeah.
Well, who is your person? Who is your person that creates some stupid shit like that? So second of all, fuck you. Because you won't come back, and again, because how many of us have you locked up on your bullshit at stop and frisk, and you want to apologize? Are you trying to get them out? Are you apologizing to them? You created a whole scenario.
His commercials are everywhere.
I think, and I'm saying this for me. I feel like his commercials are pandering to the Black community. I get offended. His commercials offend me. His commercials offend me. One, because yes, we do know what your policies are, not are in reference to the Black community and minority communities. And I feel like you know that you need to get the Black vote, and so now you are pandering to us. I have a problem with this whole I'm going to wait and let everybody else do their thing and I'm going to swoop in.
Right.
I don't know. I have a problem with this whole Bloomberg thing. I really, really do, y'all. I really do. His commercials, what is that?
They all over BT.
They're all over. Yeah, his commercials everywhere. I feel like every 2 seconds. And then one, like,
his weak voice.
When I was at the hairdresser last week, I promise you, however long I was at the hairdresser, I promise you, I saw a Bloomberg commercial. Every time, whatever we were looking at went on break, there was at least one Bloomberg commercial. Every single time.
And we see news reporting that Bloomberg has spent $3.5 million on ads in Black media.
Yeah.
Third of all, fuck you.
I mean, well, so what was second?
Fuck you.
Okay, so just
what was first?
Fuck you.
I just want to make
sure say it differently. Like it's fuck you, then fuck you, then fuck you. So
I just want to
make sure we was cool.
This video ain't gonna be monetized, but it's all good. It's all great because we know how you feel about Bloomberg. So throwing in some gospel gonna make them change their mind.
We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring this back.
You're gonna throw in some gospel and ain't gonna change their mind. They're gonna monetize the video.
Yes, Jesus. Yeah.
I mean, well, isn't your boy paying Black people outright?
Oh,
Trump.
Agent Orange. You know,
the show that is.
I'll say this: they can't pay us until we take the money. And we need to stop.
Facts.
We need to stop selling our blackness. We need to stop selling our culture. You know, we need to stop selling all of it. Stop doing it for the chicken and the hamburgers and the hot dogs. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, baby. No, she said fudge. But fudge sickles, fudge popsicles, fudge chocolate. We're gonna make some brownies out.
It's already out there.
So we counting fudge.
It is, but y'all, I ain't tripping. Y'all know what I'm not gonna do, because again, y'all can find us on iTunes and Google Play. We're gonna get on Spotify. So I ain't nobody tripping over that. We ain't gonna censor ourselves so that we gonna bring y'all the word and bring it authentically. So I ain't even tripping off of that. I know what I'm getting with these two.
Right. Wait a minute.
What? But
I'm the angel. See the halo. No,
that thing just burst into flames. I'm just trying to tell you.
What?
Remember when they got dog in here?
Yeah, I know. Tracks and stuff. I thought I heard a crack of thunder.
And she in the middle.
For my halo, halo.
Why did you sing that song at the
Why does she have the fan?
Why does she have the boobs out?
But why does she have the fan? So even at a funeral, you need your damn fan machine? Really, Beyonce? Really?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Woo. I was at lunch.
I was at work lunch. But yeah, we need to stop.
Not Bloomberg at the Stella Awards.
Trying to roll.
Kurt Franklin.
But we need to stop selling black.
He can put in the tight suit.
I mean,
along
with the short pants.
They're gonna have both on.
With the ankle.
It was a couple butt on his ankle.
Oh my gosh.
But we need to stop selling ourselves out. We need to stop allowing people like when elections time, they want to start coming to black churches. The doors of Wakanda are closed. No, if you can't come because it's Wednesday, if you can't come because it's random.
If I ain't seen you at Bible study.
Thank you, don't stop.
You know what I'm saying?
We need to stop. We need to stop getting excited.
If you wasn't at the missionary anniversary, picnic, cookout, barbecue, I'm just saying.
If you don't know who made the potato salad.
Thank you.
If you don't know who made the potato salad.
If you don't know the raisins wasn't gonna be in it. If you didn't come to Miss Beulah's homegoing service.
Okay. If you didn't even if you can't name the mother of the church, if you don't know who the mother of the church is.
Miss Johnson. We're talking about Miss Johnson.
Miss Johnson for the last 10 years.
You Johnson.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all need to stop. Stop. We need to stop. We didn't even selling it though. We giving it away.
Facts.
We giving it away for them to say to
So
acknowledge
we're
us.
getting our own way.
Let's stop. I don't need you to recognize me or my blackness. I really truly don't. Because our Wakanda gonna be there. It's gonna be powerful. I don't need for you to come here and put on it. We need to understand that. We need to stand in our power. We need to stop lowering ourselves. I do mean lowering ourselves to their standards of what greatness is and what's going on. Like it truly is. We have to set our own bar and live up to it.
I look at it like we are, like this as a whole, allowing ourselves to get shit on from greater heights.
Wow. We really
like that's basically what that. This is what that I mean in my mind.
Because my thought is, and I think it's when I watch it like here in Maryland, local politics where I am, in the sense of where, if a white candidate comes out and does something, he said, woo. But, black candidate come out and do the exact same thing. Well, they ain't been around. They ain't did it. Why do we hold our own people to such a higher regard than what your expectations are? But we're so happy to accepting that the white people acknowledge us or the white candidate acknowledge us. No, let it go. Let it go. Pick a person. And I've
been paying attention where they after they got like.
Thank you. Because
they still don't know who made the potato salad.
Thank you. They can't go back to their office for another 4 years and they bring you back out and invite you for $5 hamburgers. Right. To say hi again, to once again get that good old black vote. We are not acknowledged, recognized, or thought of until it's time to vote. And then no sooner they get it, they're gonna move on. South Carolina, I'm trying to tell y'all, watch y'all backs. They're gonna think about y'all until.
Well, Lindsey Graham, we gotta get him up out there. Mitch McConnell. Float on. So, Mink and Face, our wonderful moderator wants to post you guys information if you want people to follow you on social media. Do you have a? You need to get something for the web for your DJ.
I know.
I'm gonna need you to get on that.
I'm on Instagram, but I don't know the name, so give me a second.
Wow.
We're gonna say no. If y'all want to get in touch with either one of them for whatever reason, you can email us at the not call boss. But you can email us at the ReallyB the email address at ReallyBTV.
We're
gonna get ready to round it up. Right, we're getting ready to round it up. We're gonna let Mink give us our TV moment, And she wanted to speak on a show this week that she has been watching.
I watch a show called, I just started watching on Thursday with Friday. It's on Netflix. It's called Love is Blind. And it is another dating show. It's another dating show, it's a reality dating show where they took so many men and put them on one side of the building, so many women put on the other side, and in the middle they have what they're calling pods, and they're octagon-shaped rooms where the men enter from one side, the women enter. You go in there individually. So what happens once you get into the pod, there's a glass between you and the person on the other side, and you can't even see a silhouette or anything of them. All you can do is hear their voice. And then you sit down and have a conversation. And the intent of the show is at the end of the 30 days, you're getting married. So everyone came on who saying they want to get married. And I think the youngest person maybe around 21, 22. And I saw a person who might be in their early 40s. So I found it interesting. Again, it's a dating show. Let's be fair, it's a dating show. It's another type of show where we're going to hook you up with somebody like, 90 Day Fiance or Married at First Sight with the concept of you can't see anybody. But the difference with this show is you actually get to sit down and talk to the people. Mm-hmm. So I look at it in a sense of, I wanted to bring it up, and have we really gotten to that point where there's so many shows where it's the sanctity of marriage, quote unquote, no longer the sanctity of marriage in the sense of we don't really care anymore.
Who wants to marry a millionaire?
I'm trying not to use the word desperate, but are we so eager to share our lives with somebody that we will literally, the first couple got engaged.
Yes, that is the backbone of the economy. People need to get married.
The first people who got engaged,
and that's keep gays up.
After 5 days. After being on the show for 5 days. And I try to put myself in position.
I don't even know your middle name after 5 days.
Right. And the thing about you have everybody come out like a little booklet and you can take notes on your person you're talking to. And you can ask them whatever question. One guy got into his parents being divorced, and people got into all of the you can ask whatever you want. Like one guy, they asked him was he a virgin. They got into, so you can ask whatever you want, because the point of it is it's almost like a non-visual speed dating.
Okay.
But my thought is, have we gotten to that point where we're that desperate to want to be with somebody that we will do just about anything?
Yeah. And I think this society does not respect marriage. I think society, and that's why the divorce rate is so high, because people go into it thinking knowing that they can get out of it if it doesn't work out. Like, oh, well, I love him today. I don't know if I want to be with him the rest of my life. I'm just divorced.
I don't want the ceremony in the ring.
Yeah, I just want the whole. So I think we've been on that road for a while.
And I started to watch the show out.
I want my boys to see I'm a man now. I got a wife. And
it's one guy, he's in there, and all the women were kind of fighting over him. And the funny thing about it is, he kind of told all of them again, he's never really been in that point in his life where he feels as though he was in love with somebody like this. He's done all of these different things, and then based on what his conversation, he said 3. Because the women you can go back, because all the women are staying in one big suite together. So they can go back and say, oh, I think his name is like Brad, something, I don't know, whatever. We will call him Brad. So they're like, oh, I like Brad. Well, I like Brad. Well, I like Brad. So now these 3 women who've never even seen this man are kind of yes. And it has nothing where they're fighting, but they're like, well, he told me this. Well, he said he loved me. Well, he said, and I'm sitting here like, I'm trying to think, if I was in my 20s.
That naturally, it just bugs me. I don't like, how does that just naturally happen in the conversation? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And again, the first couple,
that you never,
and they don't even go out. Like, you don't even know how this person acts in public. If they're rude to, waiters, if they're bad tippers, like, you don't know nothing about these people.
Nothing.
Nothing that you haven't asked.
No, and you. So if you don't have, again, the first couple.
But I mean, who's going to say yes? I'm rude to waiters all the time.
Right. The first couple, after 5 days, they got.
Ask that question.
Right.
The first couple, they got engaged after 5 days.
No.
And full disclosure,
what's the prize?
I got married and you get a vacation. You get a honeymoon. And
wow.
I think eventually they're going to move you into the same house. And who paying for the house? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. I'm not on episode 3 or 4. But for me, full disclosure, I don't believe in love at first sight. I don't believe in soulmates. I don't believe in all that. So I'm trying to get to this show.
It's kind of shocking to find out.
Really?
Right.
What?
Really?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Y'all know what. Because I'm with y'all. I do believe that for me, relationships are built on a combination of things. Attraction is one, and you can be physically attracted, emotionally attracted, and mentally attracted to somebody.
Wait. Sorry, I just saw LT's post.
What?
I'm not dealing with LT.
What?
Really? He said he's official.
Yeah.
Nah. Little brother, I'll call you when I get off here. I'm not doing this with you. Yeah.
Yes, little baby. He's in love with all of them at the same time.
It's not. No,
and you're right. You don't know the top of their feet just as dirty as the bottom.
Okay.
So much going on.
I'm saying, do they wash their dishes or do they just leave them in the sink? Like, there are things I need to know.
And then the thing is, act like.
And I try my shoes on before I buy them. They don't get to have sex.
You don't get to see them.
I mean, what's that got to do with you having sex?
No man pass. Right, you can do that in the dark.
I mean, it's a glass, like a plexiglass that's frosted and colored over.
Put it like blindfold on them. And they can feel their way around.
I can't with you too.
Just
but I'm interested to see because they kind of show little clips of what's coming up. So some couples who do want them getting married, they kind of show them once their new house. And you heard one lady say, "Well, I'm tired of knowing who cleans up." But that was another question she never thought of to ask. Did you clean up after you cook, or did you clean up? How do you wash? Do clothes? You cook? Yes.
Have you ever washed clothes, or you're a mama's boy? Like, come on now.
And it was one couple. So it was a 24-year-old guy.
You know what?
He's stupid. He's no more fur with face. He's talking about some hey me.
Hey, else daddy.
Okay.
Lord.
But I'm just interested to see.
I guess I'm back to being a regular married dude.
Right.
But you know what? We brought up earlier, but I do want to talk about briefly the show.
Who?
Love Is. That Love Is.
Church Today.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's a scene in the most recent episode of Church Today when the main character comes to her dad's house to ask a question.
I like that scene.
Men who have daughters. That's how you handle a man who comes into your daughter's life. The whole shotgun to prom and the way they handled that, the way he responded.
And I love when he was like, Ben. And it was a scene where he was asked. He wanted
what? Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched the show, spoiler alert. Turn it off.
It's not a spoiler alert. The episode came on Tuesday.
But they have to start watching the show. Yeah.
But we're not telling them the ending. Just telling them one scene.
Okay.
They be all right. I put my review has been posted since Tuesday. Go watch it. So, the scene he wanted to ask for his girlfriend. He wanted to ask for her hand in marriage, but his girlfriend was raised unconventionally. Her mom was MIA. Dad had been killed, so she was raised by one of her father's gang buddies. They were in the same gang, and so when he went in to ask, he was like, "Well, Ben, can I speak to you alone?" And it was a room full of dudes, like older gentlemen, but they were all like, either they were former gangbangers or they look like it, Yeah. And he was like, if this has to do with Gently, because the girl's name is Gently. Yeah. He was like, everybody in this room has something to do with her. And then they started talking about, I did her hair until she figured out how to do it herself. Yeah, I took her to the store to get her first tampon. Yeah, I bought her first condoms. Yeah, I went up to the school when she got suspended. Like, and you saw how that whole village raised her.
And they're all men. They're all like men, like the OG type of thing.
Yeah, they all like
type of they got hat bags.
So yes, and I thought it was so cute because the one guy he was like, "Well, I did her hair," and I was like, "Oh," but he was like, "But I got 8 sisters," and it wasn't like they took turns in doing things.
Every man, where they fit in.
Yes, every man knew their strength and what they could provide for this young girl. Who, like you said, who didn't have her biological parents, but she didn't miss a beat because she literally had 5 or 6 strong men who loved her beyond anything.
It took me, I'm gonna be honest with you, little baby. I recommend it. Now, I will binge it because the first episode didn't do it for me. I really was irritated after the first episode. Mm-hmm. The second episode, I was like, okay. But now I'm definitely on board. I'm 100% on board with the show. It's going to probably still piss me off at a certain point or two, but I'm definitely on board with the show. And Gently, Cherish the Day. And Gently, this last episode, she's the reason why all the good men are jaded. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes. But her dad,
her dad got her together.
Yeah, her biological father's dead, but the guy who raised her That's her dad. That's her dad.
Right, that's her dad. He got together. He told her, he was like, look, I know you done been through some stuff in your life, and I get it. I understand why you are, why you are so, cautious and why you have your walls up. He was like, but you got a good man. You better get, he was like, you gotta just, at some point, you gotta get over it. And you got you a good man.
And if you see her dad,
he's a good man, Savannah.
Yeah, if you see her dad then, and then you see her boyfriend, Evan, they are polar opposites, but you wouldn't imagine him supporting her being with this type of guy. But like he told her, he loves you for you, and he can take you beyond where you at right now. In the sense of and I love her because she's
right, but Jen irritates me a little bit.
Yeah, she's so world traveled and she's so this
right, but she's running. But she's not world traveled because she's running.
Yeah, like she's lived everywhere.
Like I'm actually surprised that she's been like the show. They've been together now for over a year and a half, and I don't think she's been anywhere, has she?
I think when they broke up,
they weren't speaking, but since they've been together, I don't think.
So
at least they haven't addressed that.
That's what you have to keep in mind of the show. When it's from where it starts to where it's now, 3 years have passed.
Yeah.
So, but it's a really good show, and I really did truly love that scene.
Highly recommended.
Yes.
So, you guys, we've been here a little over about an hour and 15 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Yep. We thank you. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Thanks for hanging with us. We're going to figure it out. But as you can see, the channel, is growing, and we're getting new equipment, and we're investing in the channel. We just got to make sure that we're investing. I think the computer, the camera might be a little more advanced than the computer, but we'll work on that.
We're going to say a prayer for El Teddy. He's been delivered.
He's been delivered.
Man.
Whatever. Whatever. I'm not dealing with. I'm not dealing with Teddy. Anyway, I will call him. I'm not entertaining him. But thank you guys, Miss Creole. Thank you so much. It's been dropping my information throughout the show. Feel free to reach out to us, email us, let us know if you have any suggestions, anything you want to talk about. Ask questions you might want us to answer on air.
We agree that we was gonna play Fishbowl. So y'all send us questions,
right?
And we'll
answer questions.
Drop them in random. And if you have somebody specific, put their name on it. If not, we're just gonna all three of us want to answer it, and we'll do it that way.
Right. Yeah. So, and then we dropped the Cash App. It's not required, but it is appreciated.
It sure is. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Everybody have a great Sunday, and we'll talk to y'all later.
And so the next time y'all are out and a politician coming with a hamburger, piece of fried chicken for your vote,
ask them who made the potato salad.
Just turn your head to the side and be like,
really, bitch?
Miss Johnson, damn well she a church mama.
He gonna say Bertha, Miss Bertha.
He gonna come on, Mrs. Patterson. No. You know who the mother of the church is.